Good evening everyone and welcome to the Global Extreme Racing Series. We are here for round 14 of Season 8 at Zandvoort for the Dutch Grand Prix. Tonight isn't a standard night of racing. We have for you tonight a sprint race, 2 qualifying sessions and 2 races coming your way. We kick off with a 12-minute qualifying session, just got underway now. Set the grid for a 12-lap sprint race where 12 points are available for the winner. Straight after that, the drivers have to get straight back into qualifying mode to secure their grid slot for the main 36-lap Grand Prix. Now tonight, we could be crowning our Season 8 champion. If Lewis can avoid being outscored by TechSupport by 12 or more points, Lewis will claim his second GXRS title. I have been joined by Lewis for a pre-race interview. Just make sure your audio is included, buddy.
Yeah.
Good to have you with us, mate. Tonight's your first opportunity to claim the Season 8 title. Knowing that there's still 2 more races after this one, you going to be going for the win, or is it going to be toned down a little bit? You're going to go a bit more tame and just focus on getting the points tonight?
I think it's just focusing on getting the points I need. If I'm in a position to win the race, I'll therefore try and bring that home, but it's just all about winning championship now.
Yeah, spot on. So, other than TechSupport coming into this, who do you think's your biggest competition?
Over the last couple of weeks, you see Bradders come through. Great. We've got Adam Fleets, always up there. I mean, it's not going to be clear cut. So, yeah, just I think there's a good 4 or 5, so just going to keep my head down.
Yeah, exactly. Now, obviously, this isn't the drivers isn't the only thing that you're fighting for at the moment. There's obviously the constructors that's very close. There's 2 points between you and Mercedes, which are currently just behind you, with 2 Aston Martin cars and 2 Mercedes cars on the grid tonight. Are you going to just aim for yourself, or is it more of a team game as well?
I think I'm going to try and bring what I can bring, and I hope Kremel's there, obviously. I think it depends on what he's setting in qualifying. If he's up there, and I know he's competitive, then I could just let him do his thing and hopefully bring in some nice points, where if he's struggling a bit, I might try and help him out.
Spot on. Well, best of luck for the race, and hopefully speak to you later.
Thank you.
No worries. So we've got the cars out on the track now. We've got Kreml that's just come around the last corner. It's going to be the first one to set a lap in this sprint qualifying session. He comes across the line and sets a 1:10.7, so it's a good start. It's something for the drivers to aim for. And we're probably going to be looking at the 1:09s, mid 1:09s for more pole position and more competitive times. But obviously first lap on the track. Track's very green, so we could see some faster times come through. And we've got Sniper just about to set his first lap. It's a 1:11.5, so he's a little bit off the pace at the moment. Potsman 1:11.4 puts himself into P2. I believe that's Adam just coming across. What can he set? A 1:10.8, so very close to Kreml, and he's on the mediums. So very, very competitive from Adams straight away. TechSupport straight to the top, 9/10 clear, 1:09.8. He's here for business. He needs to outscore Lewis by 12 points or more to keep this championship fight going to Mexico next week. It's a tough ask. Lewis has been on form this season, almost unbeatable. So it's a lot to ask from him. Here he is, a championship leader, possible championship winner. Oh, a little bit squirrely, only on the outlap. Now we're going to ride on board with Lewis for his lap. Get a real understanding of how tricky and how fast this track really can be. He's going to get a lovely toe off that Ferrari coming down the main straight. Here we go, DRS open, down into turn 1. Right, just before the 50 metre board, swing it in, hold it there, keep it steady, power on as soon as you can. turn 3 to the massive banking section of turn 4. There'll be a little loss of traction out of here, but he's kept it under control. Overtake on. Now will he keep it flat? He will flat with it down and kept it steady. Flying through turn 8 now to the middle sector. Time could be won or lost really easily here. Bit wide on the exit. Throws it into 10. Oh, and he's off the track. Little loss of traction there. Hasn't invalidated, so still going. Doesn't look like he's going to be up there for the top spot on this lap. Comes round the final bend. DRS open. Another massive banking. It's a car bottoming out. For everything you got up to the line. Yeah, it's a 1:11.1, so lost quite a lot of time in that middle sector. I'm sure he'll be going in, putting softs on, and going again. Let's see who else is on a lap. Real Joker on his first flying lap of the night. It's been a while since we've seen him, so it's good to see him back on track with us again. Looking strong so far through the middle sector. Car looks planted. Loads of grip. Little bit wide through turn 10. Flip of the gravel sends him out wide. Doesn't look as tidy as I'm sure he'd hope. Round the second last corner. Oh, a curb almost throwing him off the track, but he keeps hold of it. It's a massive lap from Adam. 109.6. Let's see what Real Joker can set. P11 with a 111.8. Sure he'll be wanting to improve a bit more on that one. Adam Fleets with a 109.6, putting it to the rest of the field really. He's 9/10 quicker than the next medium runner. So he's looking very quick, very competitive for tonight. He's missed a few races this season, but still sits pretty in 5th place, 4 points ahead of Stefan at the moment, and only 3 behind Ian. So he was probably looking for a late push in the championship, maybe even go up to B3 if he can get the right results that he needs. And obviously in constructors, Williams have overtaken Haas in the last race to go 2 points ahead of them in 3rd. So that's a massive battle going on at the moment between Williams and Haas. Both Haas cars not set a lap at the moment. Got both Davis and Kronos on their laps now, and Cam currently in 8th, so it's looking better for Williams than it is for Haas, but we're going to have to see what they set as to how that battle's going to pan out tonight. Kronos coming around the last couple of corners, opens the DRS, round the banking, deploy everything you've got all the way to the line. Doesn't look the quickest. It's a 12.5, so currently P12. Davis around the last couple. Let's see what he can set. Can he go above his teammate for tonight, Kronos? He can. He takes P12 with a 111.1. Super close in that midfield at the moment. Lewis, who will be looking to improve on his lap, currently matching time with Davis. Coming soon up to 4th. That's a great lap from him. Looking really competitive recently. The improvement from Thomas Soon throughout the season has been obvious. TechSupport with a 109.5. Goes about 1/10.5 ahead of Adam, but Adam's still yet to have that soft run. They might not keep that P1, especially with Lewis obviously probably coming out as well. I'm trying to set a quicker lap. Brad is now going for his second run on that same set of soft tyres. He's not far off, only a couple of tenths. What can he pull in the first sector? Just shy of a 2 tenths up, so this currently would put him on provisional pole position. That's Thomas soon setting another lap. Brad is just round turn 10, coming up to sector 2 now. The end of sector 2 now. He's a 10th up. He's going to need to find more in this last sector if he wants to gain any positions. The RS open. ERS deployed down to the line. A little bit of a toe from the McLaren in front of him. Now he does improve, but stays P3 at the moment. But Cinders across the line, P14. It looks like that might be the best for him tonight. Kronos Grand over the line does improve a massive 1.3 seconds, only takes him up to 13th position. Sniper, good lap from him, good improvement. P5 for Sniper. Thomasu bails out in his lap, wouldn't be improving. Into the pits, that's his qualifying over. Cam Mackenzie 4 tenths up from the middle sector. Across the line, good lap, very, very important in the constructors, up to P6. Very, very good lap from him. Real Joker crosses the line, finishes his qualifying in P14. Now Adams round the final bend. Can he challenge for that pole position to the line? He can't. He was a couple of seconds down. He was way off on that one. But Lewis takes provisional pole with a 109.3. Stefan crosses the line and takes P3 with a 109.6. But where is Adam in all of this? Coming around the last couple of corners. DRS, ERS activated. Last straight. Can he take it back off of Lewis? He can with a 109.1. A mega lap from Adam. Takes pole position from Lewis by a couple of tenths. And that's a great lap from him. He's going to be very, very happy with that. He'll be starting in P1 for the sprint race, giving him the best possible chance to get some of those extra points in the championship. Lewis just missing out by a couple of tenths. Surprising from him. He was looking good coming up to this. But this isn't where you win the points. It's a good starting position, especially with his championship rival just behind him. Stefan P4, good result from him. Adams into P5. That's a strong qualifying from Adams. It's a good result from him. There we go, there's the final classification. Brad is P6. Sniper with a strong performance at P7. Cam in P8. Thomas soon P9. Davis in a top 10 qualifying, good result from him. Kreml 11th. Potts 12th. Kronos 13th. Real Joker 14th. And Cinders at the back on the mediums in P15. There's going to be a few minute break before we get started on the race. So I'll be right back with you. So here we go, drivers on the formation lap now. Adam Fleetwood leading the way to Lewis. Everyone on the softs other than Cinders. It's the only one that's decided to go on the mediums. Maybe he's thinking those softs will just die off a little bit too quickly, and we'll give him the edge towards the end of the race if he can hold on to everyone in front of him. Now hopefully we're going to get a good angle here for the race start. But we know what the game's like, and it doesn't look like we're going to. Just waiting for the last drivers to get onto the last straight and get onto the grid. So there won't be any pit stops in this where it's a sprint race, obviously, other than if drivers get damage, etc. So it will just be one tyres, lights to flag all the way to the end. Now we'll go on board with Adam Fleetwood for the start of this race so that we can actually see what's happening into turn 1. Here we go, the grid is set. 5 red lights are on. And it's lights out and away we go for the Dutch sprint race, and Adam Fleetwood with a great start. TechSupport a little bit squirrely as we go into turn 1. Stefan on the inside of TechSupport with a great move to take P3, but it's not over yet. TechSupport coming back with him. And he has secured P3. Wow, it's close in this midfield. Few position changes. Thomas Soon and Sniper battling it out at the start of this race to this position. Super close. Oh, Thomas Soon loses the rear end. He keeps it out the gravel. Looks like he is tapped by Kreml and into the wall. That's going to be a pit stop and a position change for him. Here's Adam Fleetwood still leading as we come to the end of sector 2. Lewis just behind him. Going to be looking to put as much gap as possible between him and TechSupport, a couple of cars back. Relatively clean on lap 1. Thomas Soon with an unfortunate spin. Come round the last corner now. Lewis behind. Is he going to attack now or is he going to wait for DRS? He's slowly gaining on him. Not close enough into turn 1. Close battle between these top 5, just slightly edging away with everyone, but Stefan with a little moment there into turn 4 manages to keep the position, but it looks like TechSupport's a bit affected by that. He's lost the position by Bradders, who takes advantage. Kronos, Grand and Cinders having a bit of a battle back here. Cinders just about keeping in touch with him on the medium tyres. Head back to the front. Half a second Fleetwood's managed to get away from Lewis at the moment. And I have been joined by co-commentator for tonight, Jamie. Nice to have you with us, mate. Jamie?
Hello!
Ah, hello. Nice to have you with us, buddy. You've joined at the right time. We've got one hell of a battle going on at the start here.
Watching it on the Twitch stream, so I need an invite to the game. But yes, it's been a very good battle so far.
Get you a quick invite now while there's currently no overtakes. Where are you? There you are. So currently Stefan kind of putting a bit of pressure under Lewis here. Adam Fleetwood's starting to get away slightly through the first and second sector, and the DRS almost keeping Lewis intact. But Stefan providing the pressure to Lewis. Now Lewis is under pressure here because although he's still got 2 races to get this championship sealed up, he doesn't want to wait until those 2 races. He's going to want to do it now. As Bradders, Sefan and Stefan, they're so close together. Looks like we've got a spinner. Kreml's round has got no front wing. That's going to be a pit stop for him and possibly out of the points for this race. That's unfortunate for him. Here we go, down the range straight again. DRS for the top 5, but no movement on the tech support. Having a little look up the inside. Not close enough. 10 second for Kreml. I think he just wants to get back into the pits and retire, I can imagine. Here we go again, another lap, single file, no movement at the moment of positions. Yeah, Kreml's retired, so it's only retirement at the moment for the sprint races. Kreml after the unfortunate spin.
Wow.
He's top 5, really going at it.
Yeah, it's good to see Real Joker back on the thingy as well.
It is. I mentioned that in qualifying. Yeah. It's good to see him. Good to see him back racing with us.
Yeah, it is. I've always been a
good
part
to know
of
he's still got it. Yes, from the start. I believe.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, so I think he had the start.
7 seasons later, he's still there.
Still here, yeah.
Really good as they come around the main straight again, a little bit spaced out other than tech support. Who's going to look down the inside of Bradders? He's going to break late. He's not. Very close, slight touch on the rear wheel with tech support's front wing. Very, very close. There's Real Joker and Davis going at it into turn 1. They're still side by side. Davis lets him through.
Ooh, we might get him on outside.
Outside with the run.
Oh, it's still going by side.
It's very close. They're still going. Will they still be
deployed,
side by side
Jake?
in the next
Deployed.
corner?
Yeah, look
Davis
at it.
down the inside.
Straight down.
Makes the move stick.
Lovely move.
There's a bit of a position change there. I missed it, but it looks like Stefan might have had a bit of a look on Lewis.
Jake spun. Well, he's not spun. He's just had a bit of a mare. But yeah, Real Joker just got past him. No, that's unlucky, Jake. I was going to say best Haas driver I've ever seen as well, but just
I agree.
The words out of my mouth.
I do agree. This sniper putting a bit of pressure on Potts here. Potts out with the DRS, so he might have him down this main straight. As Lewis and Adam Fleetwood going at it side by side round turn 1, 2 and 3. Lewis on the inside. Is he going to make it stick? Adam's got the run on the exit. Oh, Stefan's out. Stefan's round, sorry. Yeah. They're still side by side. Lewis takes P1. Exactly what he would have wanted from the sprint race. Maximum points. And now he needs to get away. Yeah, Stefan with an unfortunate spin there. He must have just lost the rear on the exit of turn 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got no front downforce there. Back into the pits. Possibly retire or possibly get a feeling for those mediums in the race.
Yeah. It's not great round Zandvoort with no wing either. Too many corners.
No, it's not.
Far too many corners. Been a good race so far though. I mean, Lewis has only just got into the lead as well, so...
Yeah, very good battle.
Adam's done a really good job of keeping up there.
All over down the inside, round the last corner with DRS.
Up Ferrari as well.
So he will get that job done. Bradders also takes P2 off of Lewis. So Lewis had a horrible run and he's lost his wing. Side by side with Adam Fleetwood and Bradders. Turn 2, 3. Bradders into the lead from P3 coming around the final corner on the last lap. With a massive run.
Look, he's going to get him.
It's tech support, the 2 championship rivals at the moment. Lewis is going to be struggling now that he's lost a bit of that end fence. It's a bit of a switchback. He chooses not to go for it.
He's got plenty of time.
This is where Lewis will struggle.
Yeah, absolutely.
With reduced front wing. See, hand end fence missing. Davis into the pits to retire. Not going to get any points from the sprint race here. And Lewis is managing to keep hold of Adam Fleetwood at the moment, even with that lack of front downforce. Front lock up there. It's going to affect his run.
TechSupport's going to probably have a go at him as well.
Going to turn 1. Adam Fleetwood down the inside and Bradders.
Yeah, good move. Nice side by side.
Trying to hold on round the head. He does.
Oh,
he's still there.
Tight.
None of them wanted to give that up. As Lewis tries to send down the inside as well, and Adam
Oh,
a
Lewis
little bit
got
far
out.
back, and a little spin.
Very
Side by
close.
side. TechSupport takes the position. You can see Lewis struggling with that front wing.
Yeah, you don't usually see Lewis with broken front wings, but it's good to see how even with a broken front wing, he can still try and rough it with the guys at the front. And I know they've
Still
got
very
the full.
competitive.
Yeah, he's still there.
Still very good.
I think he'll be happy with a
Thomason.
fourth spot at the moment, especially like say with a bit of a split up front end. I think it's not too bad from him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what he's got to think about coming into this race is that it's 12 points swing is all he's got to avoid from tech support. So he hasn't got to go mad. He's just got to get a solid amount of points and finish the race, and he could claim his second GXRS title. Now, I don't know if it was you, but if me's going into this, I'd go a little bit tame, knowing that you haven't got to win the race. The pressure isn't on Lewis.
Yeah.
It's on tech support. So.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, TechSupport's the one to lose. I know Lewis has kind of sat in that spot where, I mean, even if he didn't take points from this race, I don't think he'd be that bothered. But, I mean, to come out here and win it, it'd be amazing. But obviously,
yeah, be doing it in style.
But it's nice.
But it's Cronus Grand retired.
Another one for Kronos to retire? No way.
Bit odd. Exit of turn 8, it looks like he must have lost a bit of traction and gone into the wall on the outside there. Here we go. Round the last corner. Here's Adam Fleetwood. Going to have the run on Badders here to take the lead. He's got a mega run out the last corner. And he's going to get it done before the braking zone. Power of DRS gets it done early.
Pottson's not too far away from Cam as well now, so he's just crept into DRS range. He's just got into DRS range, so he's catching Cam.
DRS. So this is obviously for 1 and 2 points, and in the words of Tesco, every little helps.
Yeah,
so he'll be looking to
yeah.
catch up to Cam and try and get that extra point off of him.
You know, I reckon nobody's ever quoted Tesco on an F1 stream, but that has just happened.
I don't know. There's got to be someone.
That has just happened. That is actually the best thing I've heard. Whoa, Cam skid. Oh no.
Oh, there you go. There's the extra point for Potts. Cam has lost it on the exit of 8 into 9. Might take a little while getting going with the dirty tyres. As the leaders.
Bill Joker's just behind him as well, so Bill Joker's just behind him, so he's going to probably put Cam under a lot of pressure, especially when he's got to put them tyres back into some sort of normal heat.
Bradders down the inside to retake the lead from Adam Fleetwood on the penultimate lap. Is that the position you want to be in going into the last lap?
Not on the last lap, I wouldn't have thought. Not round
on the last lap. But this is all going to be the middle sector for Bradders now. Can he pull away, or is this all going to be games? Is this all going to be a look how close they are? Flying through turn 7. See Lewis still managing to hold on to the back even with wing damage. If that doesn't show the pace of Lewis, I'm not really too sure what will.
You could say that's a bit of a statement, ain't it? Look, no front end and still trying to keep up with the guys up front. He's just in a world of his own.
Been on a different level this season with a spin from Lewis. And he's dropped out the DRS and will be under pressure from Adams for the last lap. But Adam Fleetwood all over the back of Bradders now.
Yeah.
Gets it done before the finish line.
Standard move there really with DRS.
The focus now going to be on keeping Bradders behind him. Bradders will give it absolutely everything going into this last lap to try and get that win back off of him.
Could be the tyres dropping off as well. I mean, soft around here.
Softs, yeah, their tyres are going to start to scream now. So this is probably the maximum you want to go.
Yeah.
On soft tyres, but I think Cinders had the right idea, but it didn't quite pull off of starting the race on mediums. Unfortunately, had to pit. So Cam very close to Real Joker, flying through turn 7, round the outside. Is there room? Real Joker just holds him off.
Cam trying everything there.
Defensive driving from Real Joker. It's not over yet though.
Go on, Cam lad,
Brad is
send it.
half a second back off of Adam Fleets. Coming up to the line, not close enough. Adam Fleetwood wins the sprint race at Zandvoort. Brad is second. TechSupport third. Some important points for Lewis there on a sprint race that he'd most likely want to forget. Comes home fourth, only drops 1 point to TechSupport. 11 more to go for TechSupport to keep this championship battle alive. 5th and 6th for the McLaren boys. Potts crosses the line in 7th. Real Joker holding off a late charge from Cam to take the last championship point in the sprint race. Cam McKenzie unlucky there with the spin, just outside of the points. And Cinders with an unfortunate sprint race will come home in 10th position, but a mega drive from Adam Fleetwood there.
Yeah, that's a good win from Adam. I think that's some good points for him as well, especially for Williams. I know they're not fighting for the drivers' constructors, but they are doing a good job. And yeah, the points that they've took from this, just in the sprint race, and does that take them above? Does that take them kind of not out of reach, but a little bit further in front of Haas? I think Haas are currently 4th, I think.
Yeah, so there were 2 points ahead of Haas going into this race, so obviously that ups it to 10. Obviously makes Haas's job a little bit more difficult for the rest of tonight and the next 2 races, but yeah, some important points in the constructors' fight though.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a good sprint race that. Nice to watch.
Very good battles. A couple of unfortunate spins from a few, but hopefully they can put that behind them.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the big one's the race. So, like, I know the sprint race is always it's good. I always like a sprint race. It just sort of like give people like a good stint on the sauce, which you don't really see in like all these like races. It's usually like a medium hard or a hard medium. That's what you usually see from a lot of drivers. You don't really see a flat out race, just softs, and I always think a sprint race is really good.
Yeah, exactly. It gives everyone an idea of everyone's pace, obviously going into this and seeing where they're going to be, what they're going to be putting in for the race, and obviously strategies are a lot different. Sprint races lights to flag, obviously. But yeah, I can imagine it's going to be medium hard for the race.
That's what I mean. Like you just don't get that, that massive urge like for somebody to bolt on some softs and do 12 laps. You just don't see it anymore.
No, you see it more towards the end.
Yeah. It's always if it's a safety car, yes,
car.
we'll put some softs on, but that's what I mean. You don't see somebody going like 16 laps. Like, in like a normal F1 race, you do see like people going on softs and they'll do, I don't know, 20 laps on softs or something like that, and you're like, how? How can you do 20 laps on softs? I can do it on the game and only do 5 laps.
So here we go. Sprint race over. Sprint qualifying over. Now to the proper qualifying for the proper race. Kreml the first one out on track again. This is short qualifying. It says Q1. I'm not too sure why. But yeah, this is a short qualifying session. One chance for the drivers to get out there and set their grid slots for the Grand Prix. Who do you reckon's going to be up there? Who do you reckon's going to be pole, Jamie?
I mean, after I want to say after the little sprint that's been going, everyone's kind of got warmed up, knows the ins and outs, and I mean, Adam set the bar then, really. I know, like I said, Lewis were suffering a bit with the front wing, but I mean, Adam looked really pretty quick, and I mean, Bradders as well, he looked really good. Personally, I want to see Adam. I want to see Adam on a pole. I think a nice pole for Williams would be really good.
Well,
I mean, I would like to
sprint
see
pole.
Davis or Kronos Grand because it's Haas and, you know, it would be quite fun to see, but yeah.
Yeah, the bias side of me is definitely cheering on Davis in this one. But oh, it's Kreml, a little bit squirrely. Out of turn 1, he'd probably back out of that one, I can imagine. Oh, that's Lewis losing the rear end on his outlap. And he's lost it again. So both the Aston Martins struggling with a bit of rear end grip. That's not ideal for Lewis in an important night like this.
Maybe the night's getting to him.
Maybe it's too much pressure.
Maybe the pressure.
We've got Sniper about to start a lap. Do you want to run for a lap with him?
No, you're alright. You do it, man. You're doing a splendid job,
done
sir.
one. I'll let you do this one.
A splendid job, sir.
Here we go. Just before the 50-metre board, Sniper swings it into turn 1. Last on the power. Little bit of a lift through turn 3 and then into the banking of 4. In and out there as quick as you can. Find the grip on the exit. Bit of VRS deployment to help him down this straight. Now this should be flat out through turn 7. It is. No lift. Through 8 as well. Slight lift through there. Just before the 50-metre board. Into turn 9. Keep it on the track. Balancing on the edge of grip through sector 2. Blasting into sector 3. Twisty little section here.
Quite nice.
That's Lewis out of qualifying.
Oh wow!
For the Grand Prix, he's lost it on the entrance to turn 4, and Lewis is out of qualifying. Now we saw him with a lack of rear end grip. That's a bit of a shock. Good lap from Sniper there. A 110.2. Should see him in a good position, but I'm sure he's going to want to improve. Now, what happens to Lewis?
Yeah, it's not something you see every day. Lewis have been in it.
Yeah, especially tonight.
Yeah, exactly. TechSupport will be rubbing his hands together now, and if he just puts in even close to a 110 to get into the top 4 or 5, it'll be pretty hard to beat.
Well, exactly that. What he's going to be thinking now is there's going to be quite a few positions between him and Lewis. Lewis is going to have to make his way through the field to try and avoid that point loss. It's a bit of a surprise. TechSupport, as we speak of him, coming around the last corner. And he says a great lap, 109.7.
Absolutely good lap.
That's the position he's going to want to finish this qualifying session in.
Yep.
That's where he's going to want to finish. As we've got Bradders have to set his first lap of the qualifying session. He takes P1 by over 4/10 from TechSupport with a 109.3. That's a mega lap from him.
That's a good lap, that.
Are we going to get into the 108s here, do you reckon?
I mean, Bradders staying at 109.3. I know TechSupport won't want to give that away too cheaply, but yeah, I could probably see a 108. Yeah,
I think there's a 108 in these drivers here tonight.
I do, yeah.
We're getting close. Definitely getting close.
I mean, we've still got Adam to come out on track as well, so obviously he'll be pushing as hard as he can.
Yeah, this could be some mega laps coming in here. Stefan crosses the line. He pops into P3. Shy of a 10th off of TechSupport, so Stefan's definitely up there with the battle as well. Can't rule him out.
Another good racer though, really. Stefan is always there or thereabouts. He's always in them like top 5, 6, like really good close battles.
He's a very quick and very consistent driver.
Very.
So yeah, you always find him in that top 5, battling for podiums, battling for wins as well. He's even got a win this season.
Yeah, I remember his win. Yeah.
And to be fair, he's missed quite a few races, but he's still in P6. He's only 4 points off of Adam Fleets.
Oof,
So
That's
Could be in
good.
a bit of a championship battle there.
Yeah.
Could be good for him. Here's Davis starting his lap. 24.6 in the first sector. Not a bad first sector. Flying through turn 7. The car looking stable enough through 9. Red Bull getting out of his way. Boys DRS. A little bit of ERS. Quite a lot of ERS usage down that straight.
I can't imagine that you use ERS in a lot of places around this circuit.
No, you don't, to be fair. It's TechSupport retakes provisional pole with a 109.3.
Yeah. I
It's
didn't
a
think
massive
he'd get it up.
improvement from him. It's Davis across the line. Pops
That's
it in
not bad.
P5. What a lap from
That's
Davis.
That's a good
That's
start.
a great lap. That's what he wants to be doing.
Realised
That's
it was
mega
like
from him.
15 minutes in qualifying.
Yeah, 18 minutes for this session.
Down to 10 minutes now.
That will make Davis quite happy about that.
Yeah, I mean,
Into
that's
P5
got to be
ahead of quite a few drivers.
got to be good. That I mean, I know Thomas Soon's not a bad driver. He's pretty quick. I know
Thomas Soon's improved massively.
I know Cam sorted his. Did he have a problem with his pedals not so long ago? Yeah. I think he's fixed that problem now, so I'm expecting Cam to go a little bit quicker, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, Real Joker as well. I mean, I know he's only set a 1:11.5, so you'd expect him to go a little bit quicker. So yeah, it's gonna be a good battle all over track.
Yeah, we are in for a really good race, and if this qualifying is anything to go by, it's going to be very close. So I think most drivers are on a cool down, other than Cam McKenzie at the moment. You said you can see him going quicker. He's currently 2 tenths up. Coming through the last couple. Oh, he's just cracked a little bit wide on the second to last corner and invalidated, so he'll be in. Fresh set of tyres and tried to go again. We've got Real Joker out there, improving on his lap as well. 2 tenths up in the first sector. Let's see what he's doing in the second. 3.5 tenths up in the second sector. So this could move him up a position, or if he can find a bit more in the last, he could find himself inside the top 10.
ERS left either as well, so I don't know if he's kind of squeezed it all out at once.
I focused on the first and second sector.
Yeah.
Thomas Soon has retired on the straight. Now, Real Joker does improve, but less than a tenth, so he's lost 2.5 tenths in that last sector. So you were saying about the ERS, yeah. I think that might have
I know he did drain a lot of that ERS, so I don't know if it was just a case of he went all out in the first stint and then that were it, I don't know.
So I've had a lot left. Now viewers, I have got the Twitch chat open, so please put in your predictions of who you think's going to be pole. There's quite a few contenders for this one. Lewis is out, unfortunately, but Adam Fleetwood just about to start his first lap of the qualifying session. But what do you think? Who do you think's going to snatch pole? We've got Kreml just starting another lap now. And pretty clean into turn 4. The Red Bull just getting out of his way on the outside of that. Kreml's looking stable enough through this middle sector as he just cuts the corner of turn 9 and invalidates his lap. Adam Fleetwood setting a purple sector 1, so this 108 could be inbound. Through turn 9, a little bit wide, clips the grass slightly. Smooth and better through turn 10, DRS activated. 48-2, another purple sector in the middle. Round the last corner, DRS. Use all of the ERS available. Down to the line. It's looking quick. It's a 109.2 from Adam Fleetwood on his first run. And he's still got time to come in and go again. So we got the votes coming in. A lot saying it's between TechSupport and Adam Fleets. Brad is feeling very confident on this one. It's looking close up at the top. That's Kreml out of the race. Out of the race? Out of the qualifying, sorry. Kreml has lost the car on the exit of 9. And 7th is the best that he can go, unfortunately. Pot's improving, 2 tenths up in the middle sector. See what he can set as he comes around the final corner. Short possible to the line. A 1:10.7. He pops himself into P7, takes that off of Kreml. It's Cam McKenzie up on his time as well. With the Mercedes in front of him on an outlap, so he could be getting a good little tow down the straight here from the Mercedes. Down the last corner. No ERS left. But he does improve up to P6. That's a good lap from him. Should be happy with that. A real joker. Currently sitting bottom of the cars that are still running. P12. He's down a couple of tenths on his time, but he might have saved a bit more ERS for that last straight. Coming through turn 9. Looking stable. A little bit wide on the exit. Round through 10. Looking clean. Now it's his best middle sector, but he's still a tenth down. But has he got the ERS to improve on his lap? He lost just under 2 tenths on the last lap because of not having any battery power left for this final straight. Let's see what he can set now. Cross the line. A 1:11.0. He does improve by 4 tenths of a second, but only goes up to P11. It's all gone a bit quiet. All the cars back in the garage, putting the fresh softs on, getting ready for their final run. Other than Cinders, ready to go. Possibly his last flying lap of qualifying. A little bit deep into turn 1. And looks like he might have backed out of that one. Here we go, here come the drivers. Last run of qualifying. TechSupport and Brad is super close on time. 9 thousandths of a second separate them. So it could be really close between them on their last runs. TechSupport will be looking to take pole position and be the opposite side to the grid as Lewis. So Adams retires in the pits. He's not coming back out again as TechSupport goes for his last flying lap now. Clean through turn 1. Davis is retired on the last corner. So he's lost the car on the last corner into the wall. That's his qualifying over. It's TechSupport is down on his time, but not by a lot through the first sector. Absolute no lift, but he's caught the curb. He spun, he's in the gravel. That looks like TechSupport's qualifying over. P2's the best he's going to do, as Adam Fleetwood goes past him on his outlap. And Mackenzie starting his last flying lap of qualifying. Looks like Cinders is the next to cross the line. He's up on his time. That's the last corner to the line. He goes ahead of Real Joker, so he takes P11 back off with a 1:11.0. Bradders starts his lap. So does Adam Fleetwood. Bradders seems to have tucked just behind him there, maybe to try and get that toe. TechSupport looks to be going again. He must have got enough battery. Real Joker on his outlap. Is he going to make that line on time? It's going to be close.
Oh, Stefan's got
He
off front
does.
wing as well.
So Stefan's lost the car at some point through that middle sector. So that's his qualifying over as
He's
well.
gonna have to sit there in fifth.
So that's a Ferrari off. That's Cinders off into the gravel. Might just be getting out of the way.
Yeah, I think he's just getting out of the way. He just finished his lap.
So Adam Fleetwood, half a tenth down on his time. Bradders a tenth and a half, but he's tucked himself behind Adam Fleetwood nicely there. Looks like he's going to get a decent toe. Here's Adam Fleetwood going to improve on his time. He does with a 1:09.1. Bradders doesn't improve. TechSupport coming around the last corner now. Can he fight for pole? Can he take it?
Oh!
No.
Oh, that was so close.
Does improve, but not position.
I think that's it.
And I think you're right. Real Joker, the last card across the line.
Ooh.
And he doesn't improve. Quarter of a second down. So Adam Fleetwood takes sprint pole position, the sprint win, and qualifying pole position. If this isn't dominance, what is?
The race is a long race though, so it for me, keeping that concentration going, especially around a track like this, yeah, it's going to be tight.
It is indeed. It's going to be a good race. If anything to go by in the sprint race, we're in for a good one. But the main things to take from that, Adam Fleetwood, pole position for the second time tonight. TechSupport in P2 with a good result from him, only a 10th off pole, but the opposite side of the grid to Lewis, who crashed out in qualifying. Davis with a P8 qualifying, he'll be happy with that even though he crashed out. Lewis, Kronos and Thomas Soon unable to set a time. So we have got a 5-minute break before the Grand Prix. Stick around, we'll be back with you soon. So here we go. The drivers are readying up. We're about to get racing. Jamie, prediction for podium?
Oh, that is a big ask right now. I mean, the way things are going, these top three are. I mean, I'm not saying out of this category, but I mean, I would like to see Stefan up there. I think it'd be good, just to mix things up a bit. But the top three are looking pretty quick. So I mean, yeah, I'd like to see Adam win it. I think it'd be a good win for Adam. He's, you know, dominated from the sprint to the qualifying, and then to win it in the race, it'd be a nice weekend for him. But yeah, I mean, TechSupport is never going to be giving it up that easy. So, I mean, I think the top three are probably going to the way they are right now. But I mean, again, don't rule Lewis out. And
Oh yeah, I was going to say Lewis may be at the back, but I think everyone that watches us know how good Lewis is, and how much Lewis.
What about yourself? Anyway, I mean, you can ask me, but what about yourself?
Well, I think Adam was looking good in the sprint race. He played it very tactive. No, I can't say that word. Played it very well with the tactics, with DRS, CRS, etc. But I'm not going to rule out Lewis here. We know how quick he is. We know what he can do. So I'm going to say an Adam Fleetwood win. I'm going to say TechSupport second. And I'm going to go with a third place for Lewis.
Third place for Lewis. I mean, I think a nice late safety car. I mean, I don't want to see a safety car. I always think if you see a safety car, it kind of ruins the race. But especially if like Adam's got like a 30-second lead, it kind of ruins the race for himself. But I don't know. You never know.
Yeah, sure. Either way, we are due an incredible race tonight. As the drivers are ready, the 5 lights are on. And it's lights out and away we go for the Dutch Grand Prix, and it's another incredible start from Adam Fleetwood as he gets away from both of them. Bradders with pressure on TechSupport into turn 1. Everyone looks to have made it through pretty clean. As Stefan off the track. He's managed to keep the position over Sniper.
Oh no, Davis!
Who's that? That's Davis round in turn 4 and Kronos, both Hasses. Round in turn 4, and it's caused a virtual safety car.
Yeah, there were a little bit of a mix-up there with, I believe it was a Red Bull I saw, but might not have been.
Well, it looks like both Haas cars have got front wing damage, and they're both going to be in for a new front wing before we get racing again. So not the start to the race that Haas wanted, being in the fight with Williams, with both Williams cars into the points. Mega start from Adam Fleetwood off the line again.
Yeah,
He wasn't even challenged. Absolutely
Really good
nothing.
start.
Bradders getting TechSupport off the line. That's interesting. I didn't expect to see that. Expecting TechSupport to at least hold position on the start of that race.
Yeah, well, I were expecting TechSupport to maybe put Adam under a little bit more pressure than he did, but yeah, I mean, there's a long way to go, so it's a long way to go.
Very, very true. Davis is staying out even with his wing damage. Kronos will have to come in. I don't believe he's got any front wing. No, he doesn't, so he'll be in the pits. Can't imagine it'll be long till we get racing again.
You know, is that a tactical from Haas? I don't know. Maybe
Possibly
because
avoiding
Kronos
the
time
double
got a win, but
And we're green flag and we're racing again, and Bradders has had a great run on Adam Fleetwood on that restart. All over the back of him going into turn 7. And Fleetwood manages to hold him off for now. Oh, who's that? That's Sniper off. Sniper catching the curb and going into the gravel. He's lost a few positions. Who's that as well? That's Lewis with rear end problems again.
he's not having a good race.
Loses a position to Real Joker, who gets ahead of him. Both of them with DRS. Going into turn 11. Lewis on the inside. Real Joker's not letting him have it. And Lewis is stuck there. For another corner.
Yeah.
down on the inside, clean move. Very good racing from the pair of them there. And Mackenzie down the inside of Potts. Before turn one,
Thomas
that's a
soon as well.
late move. Thomas soon down the inside. Is he going to get him as well?
I think he's going to have to
Manages
back out.
to hold on. So that's Cam Mackenzie up to 6th in a great fight for Williams at the moment. That's Kronos having a moment as well at the back. Not the start to the race he wanted. Kreml letting Lewis by. Definitely team orders in there.
Yeah, there's got to be some side there.
I mean, Thomas soon basically pushing Potts around sector 2.
With
a little bit of contact.
What is it as well? I was just going to say, like I said before, we don't really see many people with red tyre, soft tyres on. We've got quite a few with soft tyres on at the start of this race.
That is very, very true. We've got Adam Fleetwood, Cam Mackenzie and Sniper all starting the race on the softs.
I think that's Kronos, isn't it, round? Yeah. Just causing that yellow flag then in the last sector.
Yeah, he's not having a great start to the race, is he? But here's Thomas Soon. And Kreml is round on the last corner, but Thomas Soon is going to take P7 off of Potts. And Cinders tries to get in there as well. Breaks a little bit too late, and they're 3 wide going into turn 3.
Really tight.
Isn't where Lewis wants to be. But he manages to get round the outside of Cinders to take P9, but that was all a little bit too close for comfort, that. And that Cinder's not having a great time. That's another 2 positions. As Davis is holding on with a little bit of wing damage. Lewis taking Thomas Soon on, turn 8.
Yeah, we just it were a slick move inside, to be fair. We just had a little bit of a gap, sent it on the inside, and yeah, we just run it over curb and up at best.
So Lewis from the back of the grid in P15, currently up to 8th in 4 laps, and he's onto Potts already, so he's making a charge. He knows what he has to do.
You just don't rule out Lewis at all. I know he's on them tyres. I mean, Adam's on a total different strat as well, so he started on the softs. We have Cam on the softs. We have Sniper on the softs. So, yeah. Oh, Thomas Soon is retired.
Thomas Soon retiring in the pits. 2nd retiree from the race already, only 5 laps in. There's Lewis looking around the outside at turn 4, not quite close enough. Is he going to take him on the run? Down to 7. He's getting squeezed. A little bit of a push off the track there by Potts. As there's movement P2 and 3. TechSupport taking Bradders. He takes P2, but what that does mean is they've both dropped out of the DRS from Adam. And Adam now needs to push and needs to build that gap to give himself a bit more of a buffer for the rest of the race. Lewis did overtake Potts through sector 2. We're watching that. Bradders all over the back of TechSupport around the outside. He's going to get that done easily with DRS. And he's into P2. Here's Cinders looking for a move on Real Joker.
Ooh, Potts has got a move on Lewis here.
Oh, he's taking it back. Or has he? Lewis has managed to
Lewis
fend
is
him
going
off.
back, yeah.
So I don't know what happened to Lewis there, but it looked like he had a big enough gap against Potts for him not to defend him.
Must have had a moment out of that last corner. That last corner's been a bit of a nightmare for quite a few people. I was just reading I was reading the chat, and Real Joker said that last sector were really killing him as well. So yeah.
Here is the top, well, the battle for 2nd really. TechSupport just dropped out of DRS from Bradders. Adams and Stefan fighting hard, trying to keep up with them.
Yeah, I always say don't rule out Stefan. Stefan's a really good. He's a really good racer. And oh, hang on a minute,
It's a virtual safety car. I think that's Kronos round again, and it's Kronos without a wing again. So he'll be back into the pits. Is anyone going to take advantage of this virtual safety car, do you reckon, in pit? Maybe any soft runners?
I think that maybe some of the back markers, maybe. I'm like Jake might want to get in now, get that wing changed, and then kind of not lose much. Oh, yeah,
Lewis is in the pits. Lewis pits lap 6 from P7, taking advantage of the virtual safety car. What tyres are going on that car? As we go green, Adams gets drive-through penalty, and it's hards for Lewis. How far can he go on them?
Stefan took Adam as well on that restart, then he caught him napping.
So the worst possible restart for Adams, gets a drive-through penalty and loses a position to Stefan. Stefan now released to go after TechSupport. Adams round, and he's in the wall.
Oh no, he's in the wall. Oh, so
Adams lost it.
This has worked out quite right for Jake then, because he's just changed his wing onto new fresh tyres, and now he's going to come back into the mix now as well. So
very true. So all the field will get bunched up as we go down to 11 drivers.
Oh, he's got softs on as well. I didn't realise.
Well, he's at the back, so he does have time to come in. Adam Fleetwood into the pits. His brother's going to follow. He does. So does TechSupport and Stefan. Cam McKenzie, through all of this, is up to 5th. He also pits. So let's hope he doesn't get held up by Adam Fleetwood there as he skids into the pit lane. Potts does not pit. Potts stays out and may take the lead of the Grand Prix if he can beat Adam Fleetwood out of the pits.
He does.
He does. So Potts takes the lead of the Grand Prix from 8th position with everyone in front of him pitting. But he's now a sitting duck, surely.
He's on medium tyres, so I would have thought the medium tyres would go at least another maybe 5 or 6 laps before they start dropping off. So I think he might have a few. I mean, obviously these people on the restarts on these hard tyres, I think they're going to maybe struggle a bit more because there's not that much heat in them. So I don't know. It could work out better for Potts. I'm guessing he might be looking for another safety car in the near future.
Yeah, fingers crossed. We do know what they say. Safety cars bring safety cars. When you bunch all the field up together again, there's more chance of incidents, etc. But like Piercy's just said on the Twitch chat, that does help Lewis out. Lewis is back in the pack, fresh tyres on the hard, so he's going to be able to go long and make up some positions. Everyone around him's on hards as well. So you could see Lewis up there battling in that top 5 within a few laps, I can imagine.
Yeah, true. I mean, like I say, bunches the field up. Lewis, you would have thought has got a big chance here to try and pull a few off the restart and maybe take a few places and get up to where Adam and Bradders is and try and push them as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost here, big reset button. And, yeah, Lewis up to 8th. So this could be an interesting watch for Lewis.
You are right, Danny. Every little else.
Yeah.
You set him off now.
Every
little else.
You reckon that's the new league slogan?
It must be, yeah.
Yeah,
It must be the new thing at the moment. Tesco's, every little else.
Very, very true. There's a position change. What is that? There's Real Joker and Davis into the pits. They've both pitted for fresh mediums. So, although they won't go to the end, I reckon that's hoping on another safety car, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think Potts with the, like I say, with the going straight through on the mediums, I think he's looking for another safety car. I mean, don't get me wrong, we had quite a few DNFs in the sprint race, so like, are we probably going to get another safety car?
Oh, what's happened there? Sorry to interrupt, but Lewis is off the track. Has lost positions, and Real Joker has a 10-second time penalty for a severe collision with Cinders.
Yeah, that looked a bit silly. That it looked like it was like too close, and everyone like bunched up. Yeah, because Cinders is going to the side now to let Lewis back through. So
yeah, but this game doesn't normally let you do that.
It doesn't play well. It doesn't usually play well with stuff like that.
Yeah, but it looks like Cinders.
Looks like he's got it done.
But Where did the severe collision come from? Has Real Joker now got damage?
No, I don't think he has.
Can't see any damage to his car, so that'll be an interesting one for the stewards to look at. But Potts leads the grid. Safety car in this lap.
My
Up to
money's
him
on
to decide.
Jake from the back.
Up to where?
Up to 8.
Potts goes. Potts goes. Potts puts his foot to the floor. Adam has gone with him. He hasn't dropped him as much as he'd liked into turn 1. Position change there. Sniper up the inside of Cam, but goes deep, and Cam gets a beautiful switchback. Lewis now looking at Sniper, and he takes a position as well. Sniper looking to go forward, but going backwards, and he's got wing damage. Sniper is losing an end fence.
Brothers were swapping places then as well.
Adam Fleetwood managed to keep hold of the P2 and is keeping touch of Potts. I can imagine there being a move this lap as he's all over him. It's underneath the diffuser.
He's allowed to do what he wants up there as long as he keeps it safe. I mean, Potts is running a risky business, especially with the guys who were just behind him on them tyres who wanted to clear Potts, but Potts is keeping him there, so hats off to him for doing so.
Probably hoping to hold him up for as long as possible and keep the position as long as he can. He's got a little bit wide there, which is going to let Adam Fleetwood have a bit of a run on him. No DRS on the first lap, but it will be activated after this one as Bradders is going for removal and Fleet's brakes Lakewood down the inside.
Oh, he's pushing that Red Bull.
They're still side by side now. There's a little bit of contact. This is great racing. Fantastic racing between these two as Potts still leads. After the second lap with the safety car. And that was a great move by Bradders. But Adam Fleetwood hasn't dropped off, he's still all over him. This is some great racing from the front runners. Tech support there as well. And Lewis a few positions back. Lewis is in the leading group.
He's in that mix. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't want to make it all about Lewis, but it is the fact that he's coming back at these and like all the way from near enough the back of the grid.
It's an incredible drive from him so far, but it's not over yet. As we come round to start lap 12, Bradders with an incredible run on Potts. I don't think he's going to hold them off this time with the DRS. Bradders down the inside. Adam Fleetwood as well is going for it.
Ooh, TechSupport as well.
Having a little look up the inside. Oh, looks like he might get stuck there for a little bit. Little bit of a squirm from Potts and TechSupport down the inside. Will he have the run? He loses the rear end on exit. And Potts keeps P3.
Lewis is going side by side with Stefan.
Down the inside.
Oh, really brave move. He's got it.
He made it stick, he has.
He has.
And he's up to 5th from the back of the grid. Unreal driving so far from Lewis.
Oh, Lewis is trying to
look up the inside of TechSupport.
No, this is
The
real
two
good
championship rivals.
A
A little bit of a moment from Cam in the background. But this is the fight now for the championship. TechSupport can only do so much. One position will not be enough for TechSupport.
Yeah, you're right, Danny. He's hunting it down.
He needs to outscore Lewis by 12 or more points to stay in this championship fight as TechSupport down the inside of Potts. Little bit of contact on the apex. They're still side by side and Potts is putting up an incredible defence. On 12 lap old mediums.
I'm going to say even on them old mediums he's doing really well to keep that position.
This is exactly what TechSupport would have wanted. Put Potts in between him and Lewis in the hopes to slow Lewis down, but Lewis is not slowing down. He's down the inside. Risky move. Loses a bit of time and loses the rear end.
If he got pushed a little bit there by Stefan, I'm not so sure, but
There might have been a little bit of contact there, I think. I think you're right, Jamie. This is some incredible racing at the moment. Now Stefan is the next to come up against Potts. What can Potts do? Can he keep them behind?
I'm just putting it out there, but I did say Jake will end up 8th. He's currently 8th.
It's a good restart from Davis from 11th up to 8th. And he's got a 1.6 second buffer behind him to Real Joker as Stefan down the inside of Potts. Lewis is going to go as well. There's a little bit of contact again. I think Lewis broke a little bit late, and it's a full course safety car.
Is that because of Cinders, I believe?
I am not too sure.
It could be because
Cinders is in the pits with no front wing. So that's another safety car. What do they do from here, Jamie? Do they pit? Or do they stay out?
I mean, it's risky. It's very risky. Just below that halfway mark of this race, and it's, I don't know. I think you've got it all to lose if you pit now. It all depends on what sort of tyres they come out on, because you wouldn't go the softs. I think the softs are way. I think that's a bit of a silly move if you do, but I think Potts has kind of called this one. He could put the hards on now and go all the way to the end, obviously. I don't know, because I'm not so sure how many mediums you get for the race. Is it just one set?
It's normally 1 or 2. I believe it's only 1 on the sprint race. So for the ones that obviously haven't done the medium tyre yet, i.e. Potts, the hard tyre, obviously you can jump onto the hard now and easily go to the end. But for everyone that's already ran the mediums, look at the leaders, they're in.
Yeah.
Bradders is in, Adam Fleetwood stays out, Stefan in, Lewis is out. Lewis still out on track.
Yeah.
And it's medium tyres for Bradders. He's still in the pits though, what's held him up?
See, I would have thought Adam would have pitted, because he started on the soft tyre, so...
I may just point out here though, Potts is still on the track.
Yeah, he is.
Potts has still not pitted. 14 laps on those mediums. Will be 15 after this one.
I would have thought
It's stayed out on track.
I think that's a bit of a mistake from him.
Is he hoping for another safety car? But even then, I don't feel like he's going to...
Oh, Cinders. He lost traction and hauled it. Luckily, he didn't DNF, so that's good to see.
He's still on the track. He's got a new wing and fresh tyres, so that's what matters.
And he's currently 10th, so he's not last.
So he's still got a chance for points in this race.
You think Potts is saving for a fresh tyres, Andrew? I mean, he has got fresh tyres, so I mean, he's got a fresh
He's
tyres.
only used one.
Yeah, he's only used one, so...
Maybe there's something we don't know. Maybe there's something they're just not telling us.
Like, there's got to be something somewhere. There has to be something. What are you trying to get at, Andrew? Come on, tell us.
Best tyres for the last few laps.
Ooh,
maybe rain is on the way. It's a good point.
Holding out.
The clouds are... It is looking cloudy. It is looking cloudy. Could we be in for a wet finish to this race? Is that why some haven't pitted?
A wet end to this race would absolutely be just it'd be an abomination.
It would definitely make it interesting.
Maybe that's why Potts is staying out. I mean that does put it into some sort of realistic pitch strategy that he knows something that we don't. And obviously, with being commentators, we don't know what is going to happen on that weather because we don't get a weather forecast.
Very true. It's very true. We could be in for an exciting finish. I'm just looking at the biggest winners and losers so far as we almost get to the midway point of the race. Lewis up 13 positions from the back of the grid. Potts, where he hasn't pitted yet, is up 6. And the biggest loser currently, although there's still people ahead of him to pit, is TechSupport. 5 positions. Now, not what he wants with what's at stake.
I mean, it's not great, but you can't rule out TechSupport. He's such a good driver. He is such a good driver. There's been quite a few people as well that we're not we haven't seen today, like Ian as well. Ian's usually up there, and we're missing Ian. And yourself as well, Dan. You're always you won here last season, obviously. I've seen the thingy for last season. You were the winner last season.
I was the winner. Yeah, it's good to take a step back.
It is
way too stressful.
Yeah,
on there.
I can imagine you'd be sat there in a puddle of sweat now, and now you're just sat there nice and calm, just watching these people go.
Watching Adam Fleetwood about to get us back underway again.
Absolutely.
He makes it round the last corner.
He's gone.
And he goes early.
Yeah,
he goes early. He's dropped Lewis as well. Lewis under pressure straight away from Potts. Not close enough to do anything about it. There's just big movements out of the back. TechSupport.
Just putting out there. GXRS there in 5th.
Davis in 5th with a great race so far. If he can keep those ones behind him. Keep those
Let's face it as well, if rain does come, he's sat in prime position at the moment, because everything will probably last till the rain if there is rain.
That is very true, but Bradders is coming around the outside of him, and he does take the position off of him. Davis then goes deep, and it's TechSupport and Stefan also trying to take advantage of him. But he manages to hold on to 5th for now. But Bradders straight onto the back of Cam, but it looks like he's had a moment there.
Yeah, Bradders has had a bit of a...
He's ghosted through Cam. That's interesting. And Stefan takes Davis. So Stefan up to P6. Davis dropping a little bit. Last thing he wants really. But he is still in there as Stefan trying to get past Cam as well. It's very, very close racing. TechSupport down the inside of Davis in the second to last corner.
Come on, Jake. Come on, Jake.
Bradders getting past Potts. Will Cam try it as well?
No, he's not.
Wide and into turn 1.
Flashed it.
Now battling going on here.
Alpine's really trying his best.
Going around the outside of Cam and turn
Check
4.
his track, everyone inside.
Stefan has the better drive. Cam has a bit of a moment. He's onto the grass.
Oh, is that did I just see an end plate of somebody then come off? Sure did. Oh, it's the Haas, unfortunately.
It's Davis who's now off the track. Has lost control and into the wall, and it's another
Fleets.
safety car.
Oh,
Fleets is back into the lead.
P1.
Just letting him back through, so I don't know what happened there. We missed it, unfortunately. We're busy seeing Davis lose control, hitting the gravel, and it's sending him into the wall. But we've got our 3rd safety car.
So this could... I think this might be the deal breaker. I mean, like I say, halfway through the race, if we are looking for a wet ending to this race, does anybody pit? I mean, because we have got people on... I mean, Potts will have to pit.
Funny you say that. TechSupport into the pit lane.
I mean, Potts doesn't pit, he goes straight past. So
TechSupport is going onto intermediate tyres. It's not raining.
Oh, we're not.
And he is onto intermediate tyres.
I mean,
he
they
knows something we don't.
Absolutely cook if it's not raining.
Now I can't see any raindrops.
I haven't seen a drop yet. I mean, I'll jump on board with a couple of drivers to see if we can see anything, but...
There's no rain currently falling. So this is a make or break choice from TechSupport now to go onto those intermediate tyres.
I mean, don't get me wrong, the clouds look very grey, but I haven't seen any water hit the track yet.
Interesting choice. Now we'll just try and get Davis in to see what happened there. See if he'll come and join us for a quick chat. So currently Adam Fleetwood still leads the race. Lewis has come from the back of the grid up to 2nd in prime position to win the championship tonight. Bradders still in 3rd. Stefan up to 4th. Potts is holding on. Still hasn't pitted on 18 lap mediums. He's in 5th. Sniper 6th. Cinders up to 7th. He's looking good for some good points tonight. TechSupport on intermediate tyres on a dry track. Definitely knows something we don't. Cam McKenzie.
Oh,
P9.
Lewis is ditching in.
And Real Joker, Lewis. Real Joker 10th and Lewis is in the pits. So what's going on the car here?
Inters on.
They are intermediates as well. It's still not raining. Just in case you guys didn't hear me say, it's not raining. Real Joker also onto the intermediates. So what's going on here?
I feel like these people are putting the inters on are really going to lose up the restart as well. So,
well, they're going to need it to rain now and rain heavy, which it's not.
Yeah, they're going to really lose out on this restart. Oh, no, I can see a few spots. Yep.
So here we go.
I can see a few spots.
This is why the inters were going on. It started to rain. We've got 16 laps of rain for the drivers to try and battle with. This could make it interesting.
I just jumped on board with a few there and I'm trying to see where the spots are. And yeah, the rain's
very light still.
Yeah, very light.
It's in this lap, which it is. TechSupport, Lewis and Real Joker are going to lose out massively. They're going to lose out massively, and that's an end fence.
Red Bull. Like a Red Bull.
Either Red Bull or McLaren. It is the McLaren of Sniper that's lost his end fence. So that's not going to help him, especially with the rain. The rain's coming down harder now, but Adam Fleetwood leads us away. Going on to lap 21 with a great run off of Bradders, but he's still there as Stefan takes P1.
Yep, they're all just coming in
Top
now.
4 pitted. As the rain
really
starts falling and have TechSupport Lewis and Real Joker come in at the right time.
Masterclass from Mercedes.
TechSupport currently P4 ahead of Lewis. He still needs to outscore him by 12 points, but it's not looking good at the moment. It's starting to rain here in Zandvoort.
Don't get me wrong,
Cinders and Cam. Cinders
there.
off track. While he's battling with Cam, Cam lets him back past. Lewis all over the back of TechSupport, wanting to get past, wanting to secure that title. As the field is so spread out now with the rain. TechSupport are very defensive.
Stefan's just pulled out a really big lead as well. Like, I know he's got to pit obviously for the inters, but is he gonna? Yeah, he's carried on. So he must think them mediums are not too bad in the rain.
It must not be wet enough, he must think, to go on to the inters yet, and he's still carrying on with almost a 6-second lead out of nowhere as Cam down the inside of Cinders, but it looks like there's contact. Cam just getting himself back out of the wall without an end fence, so he will have to pit this lap because he will have no grip out there. As look at these three: Cinders, TechSupport, Lewis, nose to tail going into turn 7. Incredibly close racing by these, as Stefan pulls out his lead to 7.5 seconds now to Cinders. I think this is the highest I've ever seen Cinders run in GXRS.
Yeah,
he's doing an incredible job holding off 2 championship contenders as they're side by side into the braking zone. TechSupport's on the inside and holds him off. It's good driving from TechSupport.
Stefan, 8.5 seconds nearly in front. He's either a masterclass from Mercedes with the inters, or Stefan's just got this totally right, and it's mediums all the way through.
Well, here we go. Cinders hasn't pitted, neither has Stefan, but tech support down the inside. Is he going to take it? He does. Is Lewis going to go through as well?
No.
He doesn't. So tech support's managed to put another car in between him and Lewis.
Brothers and Adam going at it. Ooh.
Now to think,
Yeah,
these
Lewis
two,
has got him now.
Adam Fleetwood and Bradders, battling for the lead almost all race, are now battling for 6th because of rain that we didn't see coming.
It's a massive turn of events at the moment. I mean, Stefan's keeping that 8.5 second gap on tech support, but is the rain going to cause this too much for Stefan? Is he going to have to pit?
I can't see it getting heavier, but that doesn't say that the track's
He's
getting
gone in.
away.
Stefan's gone in.
Stefan into the pits now. Lap 23. He's got to go on inters, which means tech support will inherit the race lead with Lewis just a second behind him. This could get good.
That's quite unlucky for that for Stefan. He was doing really well as well, and like he's going to drop down the field a little bit.
He will.
He's going to
He's going to come out in front of Adam Fleetwood and Bradders. So he's pitted at the right time to get out ahead of them.
So we're a good pit, but yeah, it's. I just want to say as well, like potentially, Real Joker's on for a podium at the moment if he keeps the way going.
He's close to Cinders, but Bradders is also close to Stefan. That's just come out of the pits on fresh inters. He's all over the back of him. Adam Fleetwood behind him as well. Very, very close battling between these. Seem to just be settling into position now, probably just hoping for the drivers in front of them to make a mistake. As tech support is starting to pull away from Lewis. He's starting to build that gap. Unfortunately, it won't be enough as Bradders had a big moment coming out the last corner, but still has a run on Stefan. Down the inside, under braking. Ooh, contact locking wheels there.
Yeah, that was a
little bit deep.
Bit naughty.
Bradders makes the move, stick Cinders into the pit lane. I can't see any damage on the car. He's still running mediums, isn't he?
Mediums on it, yeah.
He comes out in 10th position.
No,
9th position, sorry. To be fair, he's not wrong. The track is
not wrong, but no.
Pretty moist out there at the moment.
Nice overtake for Stefan there. Is Adam? No, he's not going to do it. But Adam, we're going to have a look as well then.
Adam seems to just keeping a watching brief on these two ahead of him. Maybe hoping something happens between them so that he can take advantage of it. They seem pretty settled at the moment. Now, I haven't seen the DRS be disabled yet, which it isn't. Bradders has DRS on Stefan. The track is wet. The cars are sliding around and they still have DRS, which I'm not going to complain because it gives us incredible racing and more overtakes in the wet. Look how close he is to Stefan there.
I'm guessing it must be really hard to get the cars stopped as well with the inters on. You don't really see, you don't really see DRS open when like the rain's coming down, but I can imagine with the DRS open, with that extra little bit of like horsepower, it's maybe a bit harder to stop them cars. So.
Yeah, definitely. So what we're seeing now, while these guys are battling, they're catching up to Real Joker. Bradders has dropped off of Stefan a little bit, but Stefan's taken a second out of Real Joker this lap alone. And he's in the DRS. As Bradders goes wide and Adam Fleetwood goes through, he takes advantage of Brader's mistake there, but Stefan now right behind Real Joker as DRS is disabled. So he'll get no help from the rear wing on this lap.
I think Stefan's pretty close anyway. I don't think he's going to need the DRS, but
Slipstream should be enough as they come around the last corner. Stefan all over the back of Real Joker. He pulls out to the inside. Has he got enough space? He hasn't made it happen. It's still, Real Joker's left the door open and Stefan's trying to do it. A little bit of contact. So side by side into turn 4. Real Joker's still there, but Stefan makes the move stick. It's a good move from Stefan as he can now get after
nice
Lewis.
Clean. Lewis has only
There you go, Adam
dropped to
Fleetwood
3
also.
seconds to TechSupport as well. Not that it matters, but
No,
yeah.
I can imagine now. Lewis knows the position he's in. He may not be winning the race today, but if he stays where he's at now, that's the championship, as Bradders also gets past Real Joker. So it was looking good for Real Joker sitting up there in P3 in a podium position, but Stefan, Adam and Bradders all make their way through as they space out a little bit now.
I'm going to say the battle that we had before, Stefan, Adam and Brothers, kind of stalemated now, and like there's not many battles on track now. I mean, there is going to be one with Cam and Cinder very soon. I can imagine.
Just watching that now, Cam seemed to have caught up to Cinders now and probably looking to make a move pretty soon, as Real Joker is holding on to the back of Bradders. Hasn't managed to pull away. If anything, Bradders has dropped back to Adam Fleetwood a bit.
I mean, you know more than me, Dan, but do these people, like, obviously setting a car up for Zandvoort, I'm guessing running quite high wings, or I know some people like to run slightly lower wings with just the, you know, to get a little bit more speed in the aeros. But with these at the start of the race, would they have known if this race were going to be a wet race? Because if they knew it was going to be a wet race, would the setup be different? Because you can't really like do anything mid-race, can you?
No, obviously when you're locked into Parc Ferme, you can't really change a lot on the car. This track is majority. Cinders goes wide and Cam's through, so Cam makes the most of a Cinders mistake. But yeah, as I was saying, you set up the car for this track quite high downforce, with it being one of the slower tracks and trickier tracks. You need the downforce, but see, when it rains, there's not really much more downforce you can give it.
Yeah.
So the biggest things they would be able to maybe change is the suspension and their differential, which I can imagine they've changed the differential as it started raining, but they're kind of locked in to that setup.
I was going to say, so like obviously do Parc Ferme, they'd have to do this before like they actually know the weather. So they basically set one what they've got. So a lot of these might have already chose like a dry setup. And then obviously going into this, I don't know if they run high wings anyway, but I know there's obviously a few people might be running that slightly lower, so that might be why they're getting a little bit affected by the rain. I don't know, maybe?
Yeah, exactly. You're running a lower downforce setup, and as soon as the rain hits, then you've got even less, haven't you? So
yeah. So
everyone that was already struggling to the others with downforce are going to be struggling even more.
Cam all over back at Sniper.
It's caught up to Sniper here. Sniper seems to be struggling a little bit in this rain. He's dropping back off of Potts a bit. And Cam's coming through. He's going to want those extra points for Williams, especially with a double DNF for Haas tonight. It's a little, really close there before he decided to make the attacking move. Sizing a move up, I can imagine for turn 1. Gets a good run out of this corner here, as Sniper has a moment mid-corner. And Cam is through on the inside, but Sniper will have the slipstream.
Oh, Sniper's
he goes
gone
into
in
the
pits.
Yeah. Sniper into the pit lane.
Is that going to be a DNF or is that going to be a...
I think looks like a pit stop to me. There's no
genuine pit
wing
stop.
damage.
No, it's a genuine pit stop.
So just some fresh tyres to take him to the end.
Yeah.
Obviously struggling a little bit. Cinders are still keeping in touch with Cam Mackenzie. Look how tricky it is out there.
I mean, I know Sniper's just coming on 9-lap pole leaders, so I mean, are the top two, are they going to start struggling soon? I mean, they're on 11 to 10 lap pole leaders, so...
That's a very good point. You see Lewis dropping off of tech support every single lap, and Stefan catching Lewis. So could we see a little battle at the end?
If I get sideways then.
Stefan's had a great race. He's been a bit unfortunate with the rain, but the paces he's shown to still be in P3.
I did say before, you know, Stefan's one to watch. He's always there or thereabouts. He's always, like I said before, he's had a race win already this season, and when he does race, when he actually does race, he's always on it, and he's always one of the top, I'd say, 5 to watch. And yeah, he's put in a decent, well, so far, podium position. So
guys, as we come towards the end of the race, please pop in your driver of the day into the Twitch chat, and we will add it up at the end. It's been a mad race. There's quite a few that you could vote for, but get them coming through, and we'll tally them up at the end. TechSupport still building that gap to Lewis. He's done everything he could tonight to try and keep this championship alive.
I mean, TechSupport's just run a really good race. I mean, again, he's fighting just over, well, he's nearly 6 seconds adrift of the championship leader. And yeah, I mean, if your championship leader's not going to crash out, then there's nothing else he could really do. I mean, he could go wheel to wheel with him, and I know it sounds a bit dirty, but try and force him into an error, but it's not what we want to see. But yeah, without that, they're both from pretty good races. I mean, Lewis could have probably done a bit better in qualifying. Apart from that, yeah, they've run pretty similar races, and TechSupport's going to take it on the night, but overall, it might just be a little bit hurt by the fact that he's won it today.
Yeah, we knew coming into this it was a big ask of TechSupport to hold off Lewis and to outscore him by 12 points, especially on a sprint weekend. I think his hopes were probably a little bit higher with Lewis crashing out of qualifying, but what a comeback from Lewis this race. 15th on the grid, P2 with a solid 3.5 second gap to Stefan in P3. He's made all the right calls today.
It's not just the making the right decision. I mean, it is actually making right decisions. I mean, he's come from last to second, and he's had we had 3 safety cars. We've had 3 safety cars and a weather change. So I mean, that's a lot to think about when you're going into a 36 lap race with 3 safety cars and an inter in between.
Yeah, exactly. When you've got that many changing factors, you've got to be switched on, and you've got to make the right decisions at the right time. Otherwise, he wouldn't be in the position he is now. So we've got Cam that is on a bit of a charge, isn't he? He's come from P10 in the last 8-9 laps. He's coming up behind Potts now.
It looks like he's going to get him as well.
He's very, very quick in the wets. Whether he's like we were speaking earlier, whether he's adapted his car for the wet, knowing that this was coming.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is it one of them where like Lewis was set his for the dry and Techie they've done it the other way around? I mean, I did used to race this quite a while ago, but I know that did have a major factor of what sort of setup you put on. But like, yeah, I mean, Cam's doing an awesome job there in 8th, and he looks like he's going to claim 7 for Potts anyway, but I know he does have a time penalty, so it's kind of, he needs to push on after that if he's going to keep that position. So
that's right, he needs to get this overtake done as soon as possible to try and build out that 3-second gap. Doesn't look like he's close enough here. He's going to try it on the next one.
It does, Danny. It does rain in Netherlands. I mean,
does.
I can imagine it does.
It doesn't race. It doesn't race. Doesn't rain in Jeddah though, unfortunately.
It don't. It does not rain in Jeddah. Yeah, Lewis is probably going to get took by Stephanie. About the looks of this, he might probably get him on the last couple of laps.
Yeah, only a 2-second gap now between Lewis and Stefan as Cam goes to the inside on Potts and gets the move done.
Standard move that.
Potts coming back a little bit on the inside, but doesn't quite have the grip to do it. He's just going to need to keep hold of him now with that penalty, and he'll get the position back as they cross the line.
I think Stefan might just be a little bit too far back on Lewis. I'm not thinking he's going to get him, but it's possible.
2-second gap currently,
Yeah,
and it is coming down.
35, so
2 laps to go. 2
to
seconds is a massive ask.
Jeddah is as dry as the nuns. Yes, you are absolutely right. Yeah, it's,
Glad you didn't finish that sentence.
Yeah, it is dry. Let's just put it this way.
Doesn't rain in Jeddah.
Although apparently they've just had a big waterfall in Jeddah. Not supposedly.
What? Rain?
Yeah,
What?
they've just
Right.
apparently they've just had rain in Jeddah. So
Oh, maybe it does.
it does rain in Jeddah.
It does rain in Jeddah. I'll admit it, it does rain in Jeddah. Cinders now looking at the back of Potts.
Stefan now 1.8 seconds. Woohoo, he's catching.
He's pushing on. Don't
He's
forget,
going.
guys, get your driver of the day vote in. We've got 2 laps remaining.
Yeah, Andrew, you nearly got there. I'll give you that. Not today.
Stefan now down to 1.3 seconds. So the pace that Stefan is showing on the wets now is unbelievable, because TechSupport isn't pulling away from Lewis anymore. Cam McKenzie has caught up to Real Joker and is going to go for 6th position. Not quite close enough there. Cinder's a little bit far back on Potts as well. He's done a switchback down the inside. He's on the outside of the second to last corner with Real Joker. Can't quite make that happen, but is he going to have the better run? Down into turn 1.
I don't
He's
know
very
who
close.
currently has the fastest lap neither.
So
think
fastest lap
Adam.
is currently Adam Fleetwood, so that'd be an
Yeah.
extra point. There's a bit of contact there as Cam tries to take the position from Real Joker. And I think the stewards might look at that one. A bit questionable. The TechSupport
He's
comes
right
around the last
there.
corner to win. Stefan right on the back of Lewis.
Is he gonna get him?
TechSupport will
Have a
take the
moment.
win. Lewis
could.
is trying to hold
He's
off
got him.
Stefan.
He's gonna get him. No, he's not gonna get him. That's not okay. Well done, though, Stefan.
Great drive from
Oh, no,
Cam
come.
McKenzie on the last corner. Not the last corner, the last lap. Has DNF to put himself into the wall.
Oh no, that's unlucky for Cam. That.
It's going to be close.
He was
between
looking really
Potts and
good.
Real Joker. Last corner.
Yep.
Oh, there's a bit of contact there as they battle for the last positions.
Oh.
Real Joker a little bit wide and lost
he's
2
like
out
that.
of it. And
I tell
Potts
you
will
what,
take P6. Cinder's
it's-
7th.
It's been good to see Real Joker back on the track, and he's pulled off a nice little late position today, so I'll be happy with that, I think.
It will indeed, but
Lewis,
Lewis
well done. Well done.
takes his 7th podium of the season. He's already got 1 GXRS title. Make that 2. Lewis
Yeah, that
is
too.
the GXRS Season 8 Drivers' Champion. Well done
As
to
you can
Lewis on a
see.
very strong drive.
And he got driver at day by his fan as well. So yeah, he's kind of stole that one as well.
Well, an interesting race. Much was thrown at them that race. What did you think of it?
I thought that was as like a good a race as any. I mean, TechSupport taking the win doesn't like give him any like I don't know any inspiration or anything. He won the race, yes. I mean the battle has been it's over now, but it was a good race from TechSupport. He had a lot to go through. I mean, a good win for him. Again, not taking anything away from Lewis to second spot, and yeah, I mean, the season champion now as well. So, like you said as well, 2 times champion. That's just unreal. I don't know if you're gonna get him in for a chat or.
Well, indeed. Let's get him invited in and see if he'll come and chat to us.
Yeah, well done,
As a
Joker.
GXRS champion.
You were top there, mate. GG, well done. I know. What happened to you, Siamax? I mean, that was just crazy what you did there. I don't know.
We're just gonna try and get the top 3 in.
I'm just gonna
See
clap.
if they'll come and have a chat with us.
Just clap it up. Just clap him in. I'll just clap him in. Yeah, Lewis, you make sure your audio's included, bud.
Yeah.
Nice one, bud.
Right, it looks like we're only joined by Lewis, but
That's all we need.
Lewis, Season 8 Drivers' Champion. How does that feel?
Oh, it's been a long graft, but got there in the end, and you know, beautiful strategy to make it work. Supposing.
It takes me on to my next question. That race, a lot was thrown at you, but a true champion's drive to get through all of that with the right strategy and the right calls. What was it like racing that race tonight?
Oh, it was difficult at the start. Got caught up a bit. Got pulled back a bit, but I just kept strong. And then I had a bit of unlucky where I went in for the hards and then safety car straight after, but got on with it. Everyone else was on the hard, so hit my way through. And then the safety car come out, and Mark, the absolute boss man, told me that rain was imminent. I was going to pit on the same lap as TechSupport, but I thought everyone else is staying out, is it worth that? And then I thought, well, if TechSupport's gone in, I have nothing to lose pitting along with him, so I went for it.
Exactly. It's all a bit of a roll of the dice between the dry and wet. But obviously TechSupport taking the win tonight, and Real Joker getting some points as well. But obviously, unfortunately, your teammate retiring obviously doesn't look great for the constructors. Obviously, is that what you're now going to be focusing on? Is fully constructors now that you've wrapped up the drivers' title?
Yeah, 100%. I think we'll be about 9 points behind, give or take. So you know, if I can do my best in the last 2 races, hopefully we can just snatch it.
Nice. Well, still 2 races to go, still everything to fight for in the constructors, but well done for wrapping up the drivers' title today.
Cheers.
And hopefully see you next week.
Season 8 champion. Wow.
Gosh.
We have also been joined by Stefan P3. Just make sure your audio is included, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, it was all looking good for you until the rain came.
Yeah, well, my pace in the drive wasn't as good as I hoped it to be, but yeah, I hope that I could drive a bit more of make a bit more of a gap when after the last safety car, because TechSupport and those were of course on the inters, and first 2 laps I think I won about 8 seconds on my tries to them, but then the change came and I didn't really win time anymore, so I decided to box, and I think I needed 1 more lap to get Lewis, but my pace in the rain wasn't very bad, to be honest, so I think I did the maximum I could.
Yeah, me and Jamie were saying that obviously when you stayed out, the gap was just building and building to who was behind you. I think, like you said, it got up to like 8 seconds at one point. But
Yeah.
you showed a much stronger pace in the wet than you did the dry. You so almost got Lewis. Do you reckon it was just one more lap to have him?
Yeah, I mean it's difficult to overtake at Zandvoort, and especially in the rain when you have no DRS. But yeah, maybe with a bit of another line I could have had him. But I think P3 was the maximum result for me.
Yeah, you should be
Well-
happy with that. That was really good P3 to be fair. Really good battles there. And like you say, nearly got Lewis on the end. So yeah, good day for that.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
You drove a very good race and a very well-deserved podium, Stefan. So well done tonight, and hopefully see you next week.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, we're going to wrap it up here, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight to watch history of another 2-time GXRS champion being crowned. Hopefully see you next week, where we will be at Mexico.